Call and check on it.
Yes, indeed.
I'm still them boys.
Don't change your energy now. Come on now.
Them boys.
Good times and bad, man. Come on.
I'm still them
Don't
boys.
change. Don't change your optimism.
Now y'all don't want to call and check on
Don't
the pastor.
change.
I'm still them boys.
That you believe. For those who start believing.
Yeah, I'm still them boys.
We still them boys. Yeah. Remember that. That's why we playing it. We don't just play this song for wins. Play the songs, especially when we lose.
Ain't nobody calling
especially,
me,
man.
texting me,
Come on now.
paging me, asking
Come on.
me, are you still them boys?
Yeah, we still them boys, man. Please.
Calling me,
Ain't no question.
texting me, paging
Better
me,
ask somebody
asking
else.
me, am I still them
Sure.
boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys.
It's only one way in. Easy to be a Cowboy fan.
I'm still them boys.
It's only one way out, though. If you're a real one.
I'm still
You go die a Cowboy fan if you're a real one.
Them boys.
Yes.
I'm still them boys.
And we taking calls today, man. You already know.
I'm still.
Because I know it's going to be a lot of feelings out there.
I'm still them boys.
Talk about the game. We got a lot of it. Can't wait to hear from everybody.
I'm still them boys.
Can't
Call
wait.
and check on it. I'm still them boys. Them boys.
Yeah.
I'm still them boys.
Still them boys, man.
Now y'all don't want to call and check on the pastor.
The road to
I'm still them
championships is going to be
boys.
full of opposition, man.
Yeah,
Pressure's a privilege.
I'm still them
Don't
boys.
change. How we gonna fix this? That's the question. How we gonna fix this? That's what we gonna talk about. How we gonna fix this? Yeah.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me,
I
asking
see everybody
me, are you
upset,
still
man. I can't
them
wait to
boys?
talk to the people, man. We gonna talk about this football, man. Yeah,
Calling
we taking
me,
calls.
texting me,
Yeah, we taking calls, no
paging
doubt,
me,
man. You already know, Coach
asking
Maul.
me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually
My
check
boy Marcus
on me. Listen.
Gosby said,
I'm still them boys.
this loss landed smoothly on the chin. Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Oh, I'm still
Yeah, we gonna talk about it,
them
man.
boys. I'm still them boys.
And I ain't interested in no moral victories either. We ain't talking about no moral victories. I don't care about no moral victories, man. Keep that.
I'm still them
I don't
boys.
care about no moral victories.
Yeah. I'm still them boys. Call and check on
Can't
me.
wait though. We gonna talk about
I'm still
it.
them
Yeah,
boys.
I'm just trying to see
Them
if you still live them boys. If you still them boys, put it in the chat, man. I see you, Keith.
I'm still
I see
them
you, Joe.
boys.
Put it in the chat, man. I don't
Now
want to
y'all
hear all
wanna
this
call
old
and check on
crying
the pastor.
today. I'm dead
I'm
serious,
still
man.
them boys.
You know, we go complain about some of the stuff, but hey, man,
Yeah, I'm still them boys.
still them boys, man. Win or lose, up or down, for real. And I mean that. Don't change. Don't change. Don't change.
Hey,
Yeah. People say keep that energy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep
ain't
mine.
nobody
Keep
calling
yours.
me.
Yeah, man. So we, my boy KMT say he depressed. Oh, we good, bro. We good. Sometimes you need to wake up, L, bro. Sometimes you need to figure out that these boys are professionals too. Sometimes you gotta figure out that these boys got that target on you. You know what I mean? Yeah, this real talk. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is, man. You know, let's not change. And yeah, we do gotta change. Yeah. Yeah, we go talk about that Antoine. When you see this type of stuff, put some respect on Tyron Smith's name, still replacing him. LOL. See, That's what happened when my other podcast brothers put words in our mouth. We gonna talk about that too. We gonna talk about that. You know, it's all good though. You know, those who've been following us already know where we coming from. It's the people that's just not coming to Boss Cowboy Sports to understand the spirit of Boss Cowboy Sports. But we gonna talk about everything. I'm sending the link to the OC now, man. You know we got to get the OC in the show. So, man, we can get my boy good old commentary. Yeah, man, we gonna have us a good show today. We gonna have 2 shows today. Cause you know people been talking on our name too, man. We gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that right now. But people been recounting what we've been saying, and they've been putting words in our mouth and got us defending what we're not even saying. It's crazy. That's not first. First we gonna talk about this me and my hitters go all out. Some losses win. Like say, sometimes you need to get slapped in your mouth to let you know. Me and my hitters go all out. We about to take them all out. You got slapped today, man. You can't come in playing at 80%. You can't come in playing at 90%. It's standard now for the people that's hunting us. I'm gonna wait. I'm already getting too early. I'm already in show mode. Let me wait till the OC get here, man. I hate my job, I'ma call out. My boy Chris say ESPN is loving the loss. Yeah, bro. They need controversy. And guess who else loving it? Our own media. Dallas media is gonna turn this league to the stars. So y'all gonna get ready for that. That's coming. You know, it's cool. They also got ratings and quotas they gotta hit too. Let me just keep it real with you. Yep. Yeah, Keenan. Yeah. We got destroyed. No excuses. Yeah. You know, it's a certain way you gotta play in the NFL. You gotta be very consistent on how you play. You gotta be very consistent. So, me and my hitters go all out. Shout out, ball out. Yeah. Ball out, get called out. Yeah. Ball out. Ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Yes, William. We go talk about it. And that's also been the blueprint. William, we go talk about that, brother. We go talk about that, man. Just waiting on the OC to come in. We're not going to exactly wait. But we gonna get down to this content. We gonna get down to this show. Yes, it is. We about to take them all out. Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters, man. It's your boy Boss Cowboy. We waiting on the OC. He getting ready to get in the building. Obviously, we gonna take some calls, and let's go ahead and do that now. We go start the show on the phones because I'm pretty sure everybody want to talk. So let's just talk. Ain't no use of going through my commentary right now because I can go through my notes and everything that I observe. But you know, it's better when I hear from y'all. So here we go. We opening up the call lines. Y'all call. It's 941-940-4171. 941-940-4171. And your voice matter, man. So we wanna, and see. Man, this is a good comment right here, and it's fair. This is what you call measure Kool-Aid. Steele and Collins both were getting manhandled. Yeah, here we go. Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matters.
Boss.
Yo, what's up, Coach Marv?
Coach Marv, man.
Real quick, Coach, before you go, I want to first ask you, who is your star player of the game?
That's gonna be hard to find one.
I can tell you mine. I can tell you mine.
Parsons played well. It's Spurts. I think I would give him the player of the game for the star. He played well. He played aggressive. Still got a lot to learn, but this seemed like this was a total failure with a team. Well, you know, I kind of expected a little bit. Young team. That's, you know, these are the things you go up and down. I just want to make sure the Cowboy fans understand, just like you were saying, you know, what we do to try to fix it. You know, how you change the momentum back in the season
Yep.
because you got a hiccup here. These are the type things and this type of things. Sometimes you got to get hit in the mouth. Um, I talked to somebody would tell me about a trap game, and some people say that wasn't a trap game, but it is a trap game mentally. Mental trap game. It's not a team orient of who you playing type thing. It's a mental type thing. Young men, young teams coming off a victory like you did in Minnesota with where you didn't just supposed to win, and you won, and then you brought your quarterback back, and you say, okay, well, we're going to score 40 points easily. That's not going to be no problem. But the NFL is showing you all during this week, all these games have been played today. NFL is one of the few team sports that you got to play, and every game is different. Every game brings its own intensity. Every game brings its own momentum changes. I think in the first quarter we coached like we was a team that was a little cockiness. Being aggressive is one thing, but the second, fourth down, we need to take the points. You're at home, you take the points. You're not gonna win the game in the first quarter. And sometimes you can allow teams to get a little confidence on you, and then it can be a snowball effect. But I'm not worried. I'm just as happy this week that I was last week because I know we have a good football team.
Okay.
And I'd rather be humbled in this week than to be humbled in playoff game number 1. So I would rather my team feel the taste of this butt whooping, excuse my friends, this ass whooping today than to not feel it and don't know it can happen. And now they got the fear that you can go out there and get your butt whooped. So this is a great thing. A loss is never bad, but I feel this is good today. Because I felt so excited last week when we won that game on the road. Now, what we do after this? How do we respond after we get our butt whipped? That's how it is. We don't keep on and lay down. I've seen some teams get their butt whipped last week, upset, and then they laid down the second week. How do we respond? Great teams sometimes get beat like this. Tampa Bay got beat like this last year, but they responded back. So how do this Cowboy team respond? And that's what we talk about. Yes, there were some players that didn't play well. There needs to be some adjustments. But you got to understand that, hey, when it's phrase any given Sunday, it's true. And anytime you put those cleats on, those guys on the other side of other teams get paid too. So I'm excited, boss. I'm excited for this because I'm ready for the haters to come out and say all they want to say and everything. But they understand the Cowboys are a good football team, and we need to start another streak. It's how you turn around and how you handle adversity. And if this team handles adversity and go back on another 3 or 4 game winning streak, watch out, playoffs. Here we come, and we coming strong. But it's how we handle adversity, and we need to be hard on them. We need to be hard on them and not pat them on the back. And here it is. We got the adversity, but I'm not a downer. I'm not one of the person going to throw the boat in. I've been in this game too long, and I've been in situations like this. It's a humbling experience, and I'd rather get humbled in the regular season than to get humbled in the playoffs.
Thank you, Coach. I really appreciate it. Your voice matters.
All right, boss. Keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Thank you, Coach. We go rap in a second. All right. So we got the OC in the building. What's up, buddy? Hold on. Let me make sure I got your volume up. Might be me. Let me see. Yep, it was me. Go ahead, bro.
So what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm chilling, man. People asking us in the chat what's happening or what happened. So we can talk about a lot. Let me start with your observations, and we'll just go from there.
Yeah, man. So, here's the deal.
I'm sorry, bro. Montana, yes, you can call in. And matter of fact, DM me on Facebook your number, and I will call you. Because, you know, if I open up that phone line, somebody might skip you. You know what I mean? So, Montana, DM me on Facebook, and I will call you. Go ahead, OC.
Yeah, man. So a lot to observe out of this game. Obviously, the Cowboys get their butt whooped in this game. They got beat through and through, from pillar to post, every game almost. So at the end of the day, it's a good loss for the Cowboys. I'm not worried about it. I'd rather it happen now than later. But this is not this game in particular is a wake-up call, not just for players, but also for coaches. Because we actually were the Denver Broncos last week in Minnesota. So we just see the inverse of when a team has a good prep week and they come down ready to play and with a mindset to go into somebody's house and get a tough football game. So we were the Denver Broncos in Minnesota last week. So they came down here, man, and so we got to give our hats off to them. They executed. They played good ball control ball. They were more physical than us in the run game, man. That was the most disappointing part. One of the most disappointing parts. Really physical balls, really physical in the run game, man. Created a lot of I mean, man, kicked our butts, man. Kicked our butts. On the back, man, their DBs covered, man.
Yes.
So they competed. These boys competed. And so you got to come with the mindset of competing every single week, because if you don't come with the mindset to compete every single week, you'll show up and get your butt kicked. Those boys got big contracts too. Also, I'm going to say this right now, and I know this is going to spark it off for all the haters out here. Terrence Steele is definitely a better right tackle than Collins is. He definitely is. So
wait, let's pause on that. You moving ahead real quick. Let's pause.
Okay,
we gonna come back to that, because you know everybody want to talk about left tackle, right tackle. We gonna talk about all of that, bro.
Yeah, but let me finish this commentary blurb here, okay?
Sure.
So listen. Here's the deal, man. Dak Prescott played horrible. Dak didn't play good this game. And if Dak wasn't healthy or if his foot was in question, we would have been better off rolling with Cooper Rush this game. LVE misses key assignments. Micah Parsons on the good side of this, 2.5 sacks, comes up big for us. Beginning part of the game, right? We started off on a good foot. Watkins is inspired by Anthony Hamilton. He gets in the backfield, gets a sack, right? Osa is penetrating, right? So we start off the game defensively well. But look, this is what set up the game for a bad tempo, okay? And this is what it is. Kellen Moore and the offense, they came out here thinking they just was going to run over this Denver Bronco team. They thought, and we were too pass happy early in the game. I said this on the Final Word and also on our show last week, that we need to come out and do the exact same game plan as we did last week and try to establish the run. We did not establish the run. We got ourselves in 3rd and longs, incomplete passes on 1st downs, and not converting on 2 consecutive 4th downs, and we put ourselves in a tough situation, and these boys begin to make plays. I'll park it right there, man. I got so much to say, as you know, but man,
that's what I'm saying. Pause, OC. We got a wow. We can wait.
No, we ain't got a while, but we got some time.
All right, cool. Like, I love this comment. He said, Boss Cowboys, a copycat league. Knowing that teams are going to take this game to the funeral, how does Kellen Moore, let me read the rest of it, because I don't know who you are, man, but you got some good comments. He said, Kellen Moore and our offense respond going forward. I'm going to kick it to you, OC.
Yeah, man. So how do we respond going forward? Number one, you establish physicality.
He was talking about from the copycat perspective.
No, I understand. I understand.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, this is what you do, man. These guys played a 5-2, 4-3 most of the game, cover 2 type shell. That's the Denver Broncos versus the Dallas Cowboys. What you line up and do is you line up in 2 tights. You put a tight end on both sides of the tackles. And I said this, still hadn't played left tackle since he's been in the NFL. B, you haven't had Collins play started right tackle until week 1. So the best thing you can do to get the game under control and to get your offensive line settled down is to run the football at people. And so that's what needs to happen for the Cowboys. Now, that's the adjustment, the biggest adjustment I think the Cowboys need to make. Number 2, Dak Prescott just has to complete passes, and he airmailed some balls, man. He overshot some people. He missed some passes. So Dak is not going to miss passes like that every week, right? So if you copy the same protocol that the Denver Broncos did versus the Dallas Cowboys today, most teams don't have the personnel to pull that off if we line up and run the ball and we convert on third down. The second thing is, too, we didn't take many check downs this game. We had check downs in the flats. We had check downs dragging over the middle, and then Dak went to the secondary receiver over the top when he could have taken check downs because he's trying to make big plays. So if you come out and you're too greedy too early and you don't convert, you get in a problematic situation. And that's what happened with the Cowboys today.
Yeah. I'm gonna just be all the way honest. We played like we were just gonna walk over them. And we gotta understand that the way that we've been playing, it puts a bigger target on our back. Like, I know a lot of the Denver guys. Me and the OC worked out with those guys. Like, they are, them like every other team get very motivated when they getting ready to play Dallas every time. And, you know, good point. Their secondary stepped up big time. Dak was not his normal accurate self today. He wasn't. It was a bunch of drops today. They looked flat on the sideline. It was no energy. It was no energy. It was nobody trying to rally those guys. I said today, with the way that the defense was playing, this would have been a good day for Quinn to come out the press box just for a moment, kick over the Gatorade table, say nobody getting in the Gatorade at least for one series, and go back upstairs just to fire them up. Because to me, it wasn't X's and O's, it was effort. We was flat. We didn't play like we wanted to play today. Like, just being honest. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We looked like our whole concentration off, and it was almost everybody. Parsons, no. That youngster played like he plays. Yep. Motor, 100. Osa, motor, 110. Turner, that was my star player, quietly. Turner, boys better, like, Turner solid. I like Turner. It's just that it's a deep room. But it was the drops. It was the throws that was off. The blocking was off. Let's talk about, I guess, now. Let's take a call first, and then we'll talk about Steele and them. You cool with that, OC?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. All right, we go take a call. We go get y'all in right now. We want to hear from you. And then we go take you know, obviously all of your concerns as they come in. Oh, there it is. That was fast.
Hello?
Yo, Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matters.
What's good, my brother? It's Renell, man.
Oh, what's up? Renell, what's up with you, my brother?
Ooh, reality check. All phases of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. You name it, we got whooped.
Yeah. We got whooped.
I honestly, I don't, like, I can't even say, like, after, let me start at the beginning, because a lot took place. Going forward on fourth down, those first two drives, not having any points, that took the air out of the team and the stadium. I recall y'all on your feed, on your video a couple days ago, y'all were saying that, I remember OC saying, every team has a weakness. And kicker was one of them. Matter of fact, somebody wanted to talk about kicker.
Yes.
And we were like, it's not that big of a deal right now. It hasn't been exposed. Unofficially, it got exposed this game. Not the fact that he went out there and missed the field goal, But the fact that you didn't settle for points and you gambled and went for it, and we came away with no points because we had to question whether we were even going to walk away with points, that's a weakness. To me, that set the tone for the game.
Yeah, and I like this comment real quick. He said, we needed to get humbled like that. He said, we needed to get humbled like that. And then Mo also said, we was feeling ourselves way too much. Yeah, I agree.
I agree. Because people who are non-Cowboys fans been coming to me the last couple of weeks. Oh, man, I like y'all. Y'all look good, et cetera, et cetera. And my comment to them consistently has been, we haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
And we still haven't. We just completed the first half of the season.
Right.
6 wins, 2 losses. There's a lot of work to be done. This is why I felt we should have made a move in free agency before the trade deadline. As deep as that wide receiver room is, there's no reason we should not be able to get rid of Michael Gallup. And I'm not saying that because he's a bad player, but as deep as that room is, we could have evened things out and given help to other groups that need it. Your linebackers, outside of Micah, are struggling. Your D-line is struggling. And today we got exposed. Today reminds me of, this is Ram-esque in the playoff a couple years ago. This is Colts-esque a couple years ago. Games that gave the blueprint on how to beat the Cowboys. They ran the ball down our throats. The difference of the game was 90 yards rushing to 75?
Yeah.
A total of roughly 3/4 of offense to a quarter?
Yeah, we
you
was
can't
flat.
win like that.
Yeah, we was flat. Yeah. We was flat.
God.
I'm with you, man. Let me take what definitely Delphi just said. Renell, you know your voice matter, my man. We gonna catch up.
Oh, yeah. Be blessed, y'all.
All right, man. Appreciate it. I like what definitely Daffy said. She said, guys, we had a bad day at the office. We will be okay. Yeah. I think, and you killing on the comments too, just by the way. You have great eyes for the game. Like, for real. I've been watching your comments. Everything that you saying is just echoing, Miss Deffy. What was you going to say, OC?
Yeah, man, I think that this is the ideal time to lose a game like this.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of where it's not really going to hurt you too bad, but it wakes you up to let you know that, man, you got to be a grinder. Championship teams, and that's what the Cowboys are trying to become. Notice I said trying to become, right? You got to be a grinder. You got to go week to week, eliminate any win or loss previous, and look at the next opponent like you haven't won a game, right? And that's what the great teams do. And I think that, to be honest with you, if the team is flat, the coaches are flat. If the team's not sharp, the coaches are not quite as sharp, right? The intensity in practice is not what it should have been. The attention to detail is not what it should have been. The going for a 4th and down, it was arrogance. It was arrogant to say, man, I think we go whoop y'all and we going for it because we better than y'all. And Denver said, no, we're not giving you nothing. You're going to have to earn this. We came out here to win this game. So it's an attitude and an aura that the Cowboys just need to learn from this. They need to get back to the drawing board, get back to going hard, good tempo, paying attention to details, and they'll be okay. Because, look, here's the future, quick future outlook, right? We got the Falcons coming up. We should win that game. But after the Falcons, we're playing 2 pretty good teams. And I'm not saying the Falcons are a bad team because anybody can beat anybody. But we got the Saints, we got the Chiefs, then we got the Saints. Both those teams are 5-2 right now. So the Cowboys got a stretch of competitive games coming up. And so this was the ideal time for them to get the butt handed to them, right? And so, to me, man, I think that if we bounce back from this and refocus where we found, like I said, I'm not betting on Dak Prescott being this bad in any other game. He's not going to play this bad in any other game. And if he completes 2 or 3 of those passes he missed, this is a different ball game. And this might be a different conversation.
Yeah, my boy Tyrone Church, and also thank you, Tyrone, man. You've been really going hard on those super chats. He said one hell of a sloppy. I mean, he been going hard, bro. He done loaded us up, And we really appreciate that, brother. We really do. Obviously, it's helping us grow the stream. Um, Now, I guess let's talk about Steele and let's talk about Lyle. Make sure you
Yeah,
say no. I'm sorry, not Lyle. It's Lael. Make sure you say that because
yeah,
you might
late,
get trolled. You might get
late
trolled
hell.
by one of our counterparts. Like they might take a
What?
shot at us. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Over,
you know,
that's how they go. But
they
anyway,
like to.
yeah,
Yeah. So let me talk about this real quick. And I hate to be the one to say I told you so, but listen, I told you so,
what you
right?
mean?
Because I said that you need a couple weeks on the transition, man, the left tackle to right tackle. I don't like moving a right tackle to left tackle, man. It's different. Your
It
muscle
is.
memory is different. The hands are different. And okay, listen, where Steele was really good at right tackle, he was really bad today at left tackle. And it's just spatial awareness. He missed with the hands,
He
right?
missed.
Normally
Yep.
he was spot on with his hands, right?
Yep.
Because he got to carry his hands different. That's just repetition and practice. He misses with the hands, right? His leverage is off, so he gets bull rushed back into Dak several times because of the fact that, man, he's not sitting down. He has his left leg back versus his right leg back, right? He hangs in there and he gives up what should have been a strip sack in the first quarter. Dak Prescott steps up and just is strong and avoids it, right? So listen, he didn't play great at left tackle. And to me, I don't want to mess with the young man's confidence. To me, look, he's the best option to play left tackle, being in the situation that we're in. I get it. But, man, I said this before. Look, if he got to play, I don't bench him or move him or do anything unless, obviously you got Smith to come back and that can just take over the spot, right? But what I'm saying is that count on him taking a couple weeks to settle in there. I think he'll be okay if he got to play there, but give him a couple weeks to settle in, man. That's a lot to ask to train. Now, as it relates to, go ahead. I was going there next. As it relates to Lyle,
This comment, hey, and Andre, hey man, you good, bro? My boy hit me. I just ain't had time to hit you back yet. He was supposed to come out to walk-ons. He said he couldn't make it, but yeah, man, just make the next one, bro. You good, bro? We found, bro. We ain't tripping on that. But check this coming out, and then finish your statement, and then we'll go to whatever else. But he said, "Boss Cowboy, Dak not 100%. Let's keep it real. He let his pride get in the way. Still was out of position. Shouldn't have been there."
yeah, man. That's said, but it's okay. It's all good. We did what we did. I think that, and this is the big thing in terms of long term. I don't want to sacrifice Steele confidence because he's playing too well at right tackle. Let somebody else be the sacrificial lamb over there, not him.
No, bro. Damn,
No. Hit it.
God, dog, man. Gotta fight the homie on this. You first.
No, look, I'm almost done. I understand why they put him there. Look, pending the situation with the offensive line, I get why they put Steele there. I'm not per se mad at them, but I just hate it. I just hate that he had to be the guy to go over there and play left tackle because he was playing so well at right tackle.
Yeah, but OC, it is what it is.
No, it is what it is, but I'm giving you my opinion.
You gotta have Steele over top, bro. I'm sorry.
I understand. You're correct, man.
Okay, cool.
There's no fight. There's no fight. I got it.
I thought it was a fight.
There ain't no fight. You was premature. Jumping the gun. so look.
My bad.
That's all right. Going to Lyle. Can you see why? Can you see why? They still was starting the right tackle? Can you see why? Can you see why? I mean, do you see why? To all of my podcasting counterparts that have their various opinions about our viewpoints, and that's good. We respect you. We love you. All good. But can you see why? Did you see what Jerry Jones said? And look, listen, guys. Jerry Jones said this, guys, this past week. He said that Lyle didn't have a good training camp. He said that Lyle wasn't all the way there now. He said, but he's going to get there. He said that he's a good offensive lineman. He said position flex, all referencing Lyle Collins. He never said right tackle. He never said right tackle. So obviously Collins, he struggled as well, man. He got bull rushed. He got beat. I think that he's not all the way right with his lower body, in fairness to him. And I know what it's like to go through surgeries and to be injured. And, man, it's hard coming back, but it's harder coming back if you're overweight, man, and you didn't have adequate training. And I'm telling you, man, his lower body is not quite as strong. He's fine on the down blocks, man. But anytime he got to move left and right, man, and kind of set back, man, he looks wobbly. And he was off his feet several times in the first quarter, Boss Cowboy, man, just falling down, losing his balance, on blocks, stuff like that. So we didn't look good, man. Needless to say. What you got on that, Boss Cowboy?
I got a lot. First,
talk to me.
Starting with Willie. But OC, why not put Collins over there? It makes sense to me, bro. It does.
Collins over where?
Left tackle.
Okay.
Why T is out. And I'm going to tell you why. It makes sense. He left-handed. He said himself, being left-handed, that the left side feels more natural to him. See, a lot of people go take shots at Steele this week, and they don't really understand the difference between playing with your power leg being your left or your power leg being your right. It's an epic difference. So I think I know how to demonstrate it too, OC, to everybody. I want y'all to do this, okay? Stand up in your fight stance. Whatever it is, your natural fight stance, just get up, put your hands up like you was in a fight, okay? Just put your hands up like you was in a fight. Do this right now while you're watching this show. Put your hands up. Throw a jab. Do everything I'm saying. Throw a jab.
I can demonstrate it.
No, hold on real quick, because I'm trying to get them to get it in terms of feel, okay? Of why switching takes time, right? So throw a jab, just a light one in the air. Just throw it. Then switch and do the same thing and see how it feel. Just to feel. Just to feel. Now try to imagine being in a combat situation and your feel is off. Now, I train my boys, right, on Taekwondo, right? One of the reasons why they can fight on both sides, because I make them do it every day. They fight on both sides every day. So if they get in that situation where their feet are off balance, they still used to it. So for everybody thinking he could just go from right to left and be what he was on the right, I was saying if he was able to do that, that would have been epic. That would have been like, bro, this dude has arrived. But I'm expecting it's going to take about another 2 weeks for him to start getting his footing. Like, for real. This is a hard transition to make in terms of feel, and what the OC said that was key, space.
Yeah, Boss Cowboy, and that's something that I didn't really explain, and I'll explain it even better, man. It's spatial awareness, man. So when you're a right tackle, you have less ground to cover before you can push a defensive end past your quarterback, because your strong side and you're to his eye side. In other words, if it's pressure in his face, he can see it because you're the right tackle and he's open. His body is open to your side. Where you're a left tackle, man, most oftentimes you're not going to have a chip or any help. Now, they did chip early in the game to help him out, I think once that I saw. But your spatial awareness is different. Your kicks have to be wider. You have to keep your feet active longer because you're covering more space, right? Typically, and they switch hit a lot of these boys, but typically you're facing a very bendy, very fast guy, which he did out of Ohio State, number 53 today for the Denver Broncos, which did a great job with his quickness and getting you in space. And because of that, the way you carry your hands, right? This is how you carry your hands if you're playing left tackle. This is how you carry your hands if you're playing right tackle. Completely different. Completely different. So if I'm used to contacting the guy here, if I'm used to contacting the guy this way, right, and I have to switch to contacting the guy this way, that's why he was missing with his hands.
Yep.
It's just repetition. It's
Yep.
repetition. It's timing. And it's also understanding where he is. Here's a key thing. Here, where he is in relationship to the pocket. Or let me say it like this, where he is in relationship to where the quarterback is. See, it takes a little bit extra kick and more fluidity in space if you're on that left side versus if you're on the left side, excuse me, than if you're on the right side and I can kick, ride you by. Left tackle, I gotta kick, ride you, make sure you're about the quarterback. And
Right.
if I don't, I'm giving up sacks, I'm giving up pressures, I'm giving up hits.
Let's be real. It's gonna take some time, bro.
Couple weeks, man. I said.
Yeah, T.
Couple
Smith being out, it takes about 2 weeks minimum.
Yeah, man. Couple
2
weeks.
weeks minimum to start developing a field, a good field.
Yep.
Now, I could do it playing corner. You know why? Because I switched all the time. I played left, I played right, I played the nickel. I played it all the time. So they could just say, Marcus, go play the left corner. It wasn't nothing, right? Marcus, go play the right corner. It felt the same because I was always training in both. My feet was trained in both, you know? So I never felt awkward, OC, never. Because I always played left and I always played right and I always could also play in the slot.
Right.
But if I always just played right, or if I played right for just 6-7 weeks and then they say, go play left, it would be like a little bit of an adjustment, you know? Yeah. And I agree. The Reaper said still isn't ready for a left tackle. No, he's not. Not now. But he got to develop. It's almost like just like last year, he was developing his right tackle skills. Then it flourished, right? Mm-hmm. And he got confident and he began to really flourish in it. But it was a process to get there, right?
Right.
The same thing with left tackle. Let me tell you who also struggled when they first played left tackle. People don't remember this. T. Smith.
100.
People don't remember that he started out playing right tackle and then had to play left tackle because let's just be real, it's a major adjustment. It's not minor. And when you make this adjustment, this when you need help from play callers, playmakers, Dak. Now listen, Dak also got to help his young tackles or his tackles that's trying to come on. Like all of it work together, how he moves in the pocket, how he feels pressure, all of that helps those guys when they are off balance and in a place that's uncomfortable.
Great point, man. Great point. Because he was used. That's an excellent point, Boss Cowboy. Because
Thank
Dak
you.
Was
Hold on real quick. Let me give myself a perfect real quick.
Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you to myself.
That was an excellent point because you saw it today. To your point, Boss Cowboy, Dak was used to shuffling up in that pocket.
Yep.
Well, he's used to playing with T. Smith riding people around him.
Yeah.
He still was riding people around him, still was getting bull rush in the face, getting quartered into Dak. So that's why Dak was up, and all of a sudden he's right behind Terrence Steele. Then he keeps trying to bounce out when the dude comes off and chases him for pressure. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Dak Prescott feel is different, right? But also to your point, I feel like, and I give him his flowers, but I'm also get on him a little bit. I don't think that Kellen Moore helped him out this game.
He didn't.
And because he was too pass happy coming out in that first half, man.
And let me slow down on that just a little bit.
Yeah.
Was it Kellen Moore or was it the execution?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
I think it was more execution, bro.
No, I'm gonna tell you why, man.
Okay.
Because
I'm listening.
I'm gonna tell you why, man.
All right.
Because Prescott, you know that Dak Prescott hadn't played a football game in 3 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
You come out and you making him throw touch passes. You making him throw the 7 route. the 9 route, right? Things like that. Those are touch and timing passes that if he ain't been in practice, they held him back in practice. He just had a week.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
Throwing balls in the game in 3 weeks. Remember, he ain't played a football game in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's Kellen Moore. What he did at the beginning part of the Tampa Bay game, what he did with Cooper Rush at the beginning part of the Minnesota game is how you coach this game with your star quarterback coming back, especially if internally you guys know that he's not 110%. Why don't we throw the screen pass? Why don't we throw the quick? Why don't we throw the flip routes? Why don't we throw the 1 route? The quick out routes, things like that are easy completions to get you in a rhythm. Don't make me throw the ball vertically up the field and miss passes and lose confidence or try to press because I feel like Dak Prescott is a presser. He's a grinder. So Dak Prescott started to press. Dak Prescott started to, man, I got to make a freaking play. And guess what? It didn't get better. He kept missing passes. So that's how you help your quarterback. So that's why I say about Cowboy, it was both.
Hey, man, I got a text from Law. My boy Law say Collins suck at right tackle.
Law, why don't you put this on your page, Law? Put it on your page, Law. Do a show about it, Law. Put it on your page.
No. I mean, I'm certain he will. And I don't want people to think that we knocking Lael. I think it's a good point made by the other side, like the other podcasters. All right. One point that even in our debate, right? Because this is a debate. Like people try to act like it's not a debate. It's a debate, bro.
Yeah.
We also need to be patient with Lael. See, Tyron Smith, he messed up the whole plan. The plan was going perfect. It was going perfect. It was looking like they was finna have Steele, who was balling at that right tackle. Right. They was transitioning and getting ready to, start competition at Williams. You could see it coming.
Yep.
They was coming on with it, and then Tyron Smith
had to get hurt.
God,
messed up everything.
God, dog. Now, this is the good thing, though. This is why we got to be people of faith. What has not worked to our benefit this year, though? You with me, OC? What has not worked? What tragedy did not work out for us? See, because we was all mad to see Steele last year, right? We was so happy. We was happy he got those reps this year. You know what I mean? So yes, both tackles. And listen, this is what you call drinking measured Kool-Aid. I'm going to give you a demonstration of what measured Kool-Aid looks like to me. All right, I'm gonna show you. All right, here we go. It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring. So when we dealing with Steele, I'm gonna shock some of y'all when I say this, because some people got some real weird opinions of us, right? I would still say Lael played better than Steele. Both was bad, but I would say, without breaking it down, because I haven't broken it down yet. I haven't looked at all pass pro. I have not looked at all run blocking. And I got to do that. I got to look at each one. That way I got a full view of all of them, right? But just from the game view, I would say Lael was better on the right than Steele was on the left, even though Steele had the tougher job.
Yeah, boss. I will reserve that until we actually break down the film.
Yeah.
Yes,
a preliminary look.
Yeah, and spots. The thing is, when you play left tackle, man, it's like being a DB. People see real easy when you don't want to get beat, right?
Yeah.
So when right side, man, sometimes you have a loss and you got a tight end next to the ball come out quick and you don't see it quite as easily, but that don't mean that the person didn't get beat.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that in the sense of giving up a sack, right? Which, still gave up a sack, a good clean
Two.
sack, right?
Two.
Yeah, it was 2. Okay. Yeah, gave up a couple sacks. You know what? In that sense, yeah. So if you're using that as a measurement, absolutely, man. Collins played better. But this is where this thing can really work out to Steele's benefit. And this is just me talking just game, just on like Steele's benefit, right? Remember how he got all those reps at right tackle his rookie year and he struggled and things were bad. He came back and like a wild animal and has been destroying people at right tackle.
Destroyed.
So listen, this thing can actually set up to make Terrence Steele a whole lot of money, right? A whole lot of money. If he can buckle down, and what you got to do when you switching tackles, because I've done it before, what you got to do, man, you got to get to practice 20 minutes early. And you got to stay 20 minutes after practice working on your kick in your hands, and getting somebody just to get some extra work with, so you get the extra reps of seeing it and adjusting to it and getting the feel for it, so that when it comes to game day, you much more solid and comfortable kicking and operating from your hands being carried in a different way. So if Steele can do this effectively, Boss Cowboy, if he can just play better than he played this week, which, by the way, I'm betting on him. I think he's going to play much better this coming week than he did this week. Man, and he can put it together, Boss Cowboy, we really got ourselves something now. We got ourselves a guy comfortably started right tackle, a guy comfortably started left tackle too, and a young, undrafted free agent. So he got a great opportunity if he can capture. It's a challenge, and it's unfair.
It's unfair to him. It is.
It's unfair.
It is. Life ain't fair though. We don't feel sorry for you though.
Yeah. Hey, look, but if he can master the challenge, what great dividends for his career and also the Cowboys, man. So that's kind of how I see it. But yeah, on what you said, I'm gonna go with what you said, because Collins didn't give up 2 sacks. Yeah, Collins played better, man. Do I like a lot of stuff I saw out of him? Absolutely not.
No,
but
it was exactly what you broke down on the film session. The lack of balance, the missing with his hand. That's why he got that massive holding penalty. It was all the stuff that was in that film session, bro. He looked just the same.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people that had problems with the film session now have moved the goalposts, because the former statements used to be, Leal is elite. He walked out of bed and he just was dominant with JPP and all those Bucks guys. Now they starting to whisper a little bit, he might need to get in mid-season form. Okay, sure. Now it's changing. It's cool, though. It's cool.
Yeah.
Because all we was showing is that it's exaggerations. On a lot of sides, it's a lot of exaggerations. They made Leal they made him way better than what he currently is. Now, could he come back? Maybe. But let's not act like he is what he was in 2019. It showed today. But now watch people go be like, give him time, give him. See, what happened to all the, he's elite, he walks out of bed and he's top 2 right tackle in the land, still is a bum. That's no, bro. Like, Boss Cowboy and the OC, they're trying to destroy our team.
They're delusional.
They're delusional. And it's like, bro, no, we just showed the film, bro. That's it. That's it. All right.
And this is what I would do, Boss Cowboy. This is what I would challenge, man. Some of our counterparts, man. Vash Lombardi, guys like that know the game. And I mean, look, hey, man, listen, man. Why don't you put the film on, right? And compare, right? Compare Steele and compare Collins. Do exactly what we did. You can even take it back to 2019 and compare Steele versus Leal and see who actually looks better on film. You can do that. I would challenge you to do that on your show, man. Right? Versus saying, man, we crazy. We don't know what we're talking about. We're unbiased, cheering for the underdog. All stuff like that. It's not even true. It's absolutely complete, because we're cheering what's best for the Cowboys, right?
That's it.
We're we're biased about who's playing the best so that we can win 6. We're not biased in the sense of trying to manipulate the conversation and make ourselves right. That's why we even do shows like Eat Crow, right? That would be actually a good thing for some of our other counterparts to do, like Eat Crow. Just say you was wrong versus trying to make up stories to make everybody else wrong so you can appear right. Like, that's not cool, man. And also, if you watch the tape, man, and especially some of our counterparts, man, they smart enough, man. They play. Some of them played the game. Now, some of them hadn't, but some of them really played the game at a high level, right? So they kind of and are strong dudes. They understand when somebody gets whooped. They understand that, okay, yeah, you got the block, but really, man, you look bad, man. You was really getting your butt kicked, right? And so there's no way, if you really watch that film, you can come away from that film and say that, hey, if you compare Tampa Bay and you compare the Chargers game and you compare each one of these tackles, Lyle and Terrence Steele, that's their first game of the year. It's no way you can look at both of those films side by side like we did on this show, being unbiased, being really unbiased, and say that, Collins looked really better. He was dominant. It's no possible way you can say that. The biases is when you try to sun Connor Williams, right? That's the bias, and try to make him like he's your favorite, and you don't know how to pivot off of being wrong about that, and not just admit the truth that Lyle Collins is just stronger, better at the point of attack. Even though he struggled in pass pro today, you saw him pretty much in the run game blocking downhill, double teaming with Zach Martin, being very effective at pushing boys off the ball. And that's also akin, Boss Cowboy, to what Jerry Jones himself said. Jerry Jones himself. See, none of us are smarter than Jerry Jones. We can say whatever we want, but we ain't smarter than the owner, Boss Cowboy. And when the owner comes out and says that Lyle Collins is the enforcer, he's the enforcer, especially in the run game. Those were the words that came out of our owner's mouth. Then who are me, Vaj, Steele, anybody else to say different than the owner that's paying him, that truly knows the game, knows the Cowboys through and through, and that says this boy can really be an enforcer and be dominant and help us be dominant in the run game, and that Jerry Jones envisioned Steele and Collins being on the field together. I digress.
Yeah, I say this. Listen, you already going ahead. You actually went way too far ahead, because we doing another show later, right? Well, we go respond. Because our names was called, literally, like Boss Cowboy and the OC, right? So, and I have no problems with that. I have no problem with people saying our names, right? Or just disagreeing. That's fine. We do it all the time. We have this button right here because we also disagree often. That's very natural when you got 2 smart or 3 or 4 smart people trying to figure out a solution to a complicated game. But it's a certain way it should be done. You know, it's a certain way that it should be done, to where all the sneak dissing and all that kind of stuff, nah. That type of stuff is unacceptable, because what it's doing is dividing the fans. It's making some fans say I rock with Boss, and some fans say I rock with the OC, and others say I rock with them. Really, I say this and I mean this. Don't trust nobody. Trust the film. So that's why we always said, and we go get back to football. That's why we always said and meant this. When you watch our films, watch them first with the volume down. We told everybody that. We didn't tell anybody how to think. I say first watch it with the volume down. That way you're not influenced by the commentary. First use your eyes. Then turn on the commentary and see if the commentary matches what you saw. That's trying to empower the fans. And that's what we try to do here. For real. But anyway, man, let's take another call real quick. But y'all definitely come back for that. Y'all make sure y'all got that like, share, subscribe, and notifications on. Because we go take it line by line. We go do a full film session on what was said about us. And some of it's true. Some of it wasn't true. And we go talk about it. And we go do it with class. Just straight class. Because I have respect for all the people that even have different opinions. But we gonna do it a certain kind of way to where we still have class and respect for one another. Let's take a call real quick, OC, if you don't mind. All right, we got the phone lines open. Here we go. So we got the phone lines open. There it is. They called in fast. Love it. Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matters.
What up, boss?
What's up? Who is this?
This is Montana.
Montana, what's up with it, boy?
I'm calling, man. Hey, man. Before I get started, man, I want to say to my man OC, man. OC, dog, you hit it right on the nail, man. No misses. No misses. You hit it right on the nail, man. like I said the same thing. I said, yo, Jerry Jones is saying these things. How can we override what Jerry Jones saying? He bought the team. He see these boys every day. We can't override what Jerry Jones is saying. And like I told people earlier, everybody like, oh, we should blow out the Broncos. I said, hold it. I don't know, man. We don't play these dudes all the time. This is not like we play these dudes every other 2 years. This is a sneaky, tricky team, bro. They're going to run a lot of trick shit on the Cowboys that can beat us. You smoking Montana? No. I know football, and I know what I know, and I know how the Broncos is.
Yeah.
I tried to warn people.
Yeah.
I tried to warn y'all, like, hey, man, this is a sneaky team, man. They tricky. You gotta watch them. You know what I'm saying? They a little iffy, man. We don't play these dudes all the time, man. We play these dudes like what, every 4, maybe 6 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, you know, they needed that. They needed that humbleness.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they got it now because now they know, okay, we got to step up. But I was trying to get people to see something on defensively. I'm like, yo, Parsons is great. Don't get it twisted. Parsons is balling. Yes, I understand it. But look, just trying to have him on the edge, man, that opens up everything else on our defense. We gave up 191 yards because of what? They seen Parsons was on the edge.
Right.
You got LVE playing in middle. He's not a middle linebacker.
No.
You got Keanu Neal playing middle. He's not a middle linebacker.
No. But Montana, LVE to me played a little bit better today. What's your thoughts on that?
He played a little solid. I just felt like how Jalen Ramsey felt in that AFC Championship game when he was with the Jaguars. Yeah. I felt like those boys got a call. Hey, man, you know we want to switch the scene up, and I felt like they was throwing the game for like, Kellen, what are you doing, bro? Why are you calling stale ass plays like this? Like, you supposed to be this next head coach, future head coach, but you out here looking like you barely an OC. And I keep trying to tell people, stop trying to clown boys because they doing something right now.
Man,
this has to be, continuing.
Earned.
This has to be every year type thing. Like, he's only been an OC for 3 years, bro. He's not a head coach. He's not ready for that.
No.
Like, I keep trying to tell people, bro, like, Kellen Moore still need help on certain things. He really do. Like, he really do need help on a lot of things. Like, he's a quarterback. So he only sees what a quarterback would see. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, man.
I'm on Mike McCarthy's ass for this game too because he should have stepped in and helped on a lot of the plays. Don't get it twisted. Mike McCarthy, he's doing a great job in trusting his coaches, but today he should have had Dan Quinn come down from the press box.
Man!
Had them boys on that defense fired up.
Man!
Hey, man, hey, what the fuck, what y'all doing? You know what I'm saying?
Man. I said the
Diggs,
same
my
thing,
boy.
bro.
But, hey, Diggs, man, you getting too comfortable, too lazy. Clean that shit up.
Montana.
Ant Brown, look, man, look. Ant Brown is not a world beater, so him just having one bad play here and there, you know, I accept that. You know, I'm cool with that. Like, none of these dudes, you know, is world beaters. I don't care what team you on. Yeah,
Right.
You know, none of those dudes is world beaters. You feel me? You only could do so much. You're not a robot.
Right.
But other than that, man, I'm just listening, man. I'm on a travel road right now. I'm on the road right now, just listening, man. I love what y'all do, man. Like I said, bro, I don't show no favorites. I love all the content creators, but some of this stuff, man, Jerry Jones is listening to y'all because y'all have a way higher platform and a way higher voice than a lot of us fans. So when you know, when they listening to y'all, man, sometimes y'all got like a lot of people, you know, content creators, man, they got shut up sometimes and just let Jerry Jones go to work because that Michael Parsons on the edge, bro. That shit is gonna burn Dallas until they get some linebackers, man.
Yeah.
Man, that's all I got, man.
No,
Thanks
appreciate
for taking my call, man. Appreciate you. Hey, OC, man, keep dropping that fire, man. I'm over here shedding a tear because you dropping fire, boy.
Hey, Montana, your voice matter, my big brother.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
All right, man. That was Montana, man.
Yeah, all love, Montana. Appreciate the love, bro, and the respect, man. And so, look, man, one thing I didn't get a chance to say, Boss Cowboy, I think is really, really important is that, man, as it relates to the edges, because Montana spoke about the edges. And the first time they ripped off that big run, I saw Golson slant inside and get smashed about a tackle. I'm like, oh, my God, why are you not playing leverage? Stay your butt outside. You're the defensive end, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's technical nuances in terms of leverage, and this is why I pin some of this stuff on the coaches, man. Because, man, when they get into an open front, man, single back, they like to run the ball weak side, man. If you watch the Denver Broncos at all, and so you got to know to play leverage. Now they did line up Micah Parsons on the outside, and he was to the right side, but Micah Parsons forced the play back inside. Micah Parsons ran up the field the way he should have. Actually, he attacked the outside leverage of the tight end. He forced the play to slice inside. So if Micah Parsons forces that play to slice inside, then you got Basham over there. I forget the other defensive end that played over to the right side, but there was Basham over there, and you should have LBE running downhill to make that play when he forces the action back inside. So these are the things that we got to pay attention to: the technical errors, forcing the ball back inside, running east and west, and just making tackles.
OC, let's pivot to solutions. How do we fix this? Well, not we. Well, I guess we, because our voice matter. What can the Cowboys do to get us back on track?
The Cowboys need to come out and have a real tough week of practice with conditions. Right? We need to have a wake-up call in the sense of the tempo and the attitude. It's basically what Mike McCarthy said last week. We want to play with a certain tempo. We want to have a certain culture. We want to play with a certain intensity level in terms of conditioning. So go back to the fundamentals, Mike McCarthy, of what you guys started to get on this win streak. I don't think, you don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. I'm not overreacting post-game. I'm saying you need to lock in, put in the extra work, pay attention to the details. If you do that and you line up versus these Falcons team, it's no reason why the Falcons should beat you if you're focused and do what you got to do. Also, you got to work on leverage, and you got to keep, because this is something Mike McCarthy said that's really, really interesting, which is why I'm so surprised at what happened this first quarter of this game. He said in his presser last week, he said, hey, man, I was really, really happy with Kellen Moore speaking about the Minnesota game, that he stayed balanced, because it's very easy to not be balanced and start. It's easier to call a pass play than it is to call a run play if the run play is not getting you the kind of yards you think that you want to get. So I was very surprised that we didn't come out running the ball. So I think his job is to manage the coaches, to Montana's point, to make sure everybody's on point and to make sure that Kellen Moore offensively stays balanced with his play calling. If we do that and we have a hard week of practice, Boss Cowboy, I think we're going to be in good shape.
All right, I'm going to talk about my stuff going to sound kind of corny. I'm warning y'all, but I mean this. I think this was a psychological loss. This wasn't a physical loss. This was a loss based on motivation. So it's, to me, like Jimmy Johnson, when they used to lose, they didn't give them food on the plane. Because he would say, I never wanted y'all to feel full and satisfied with a loss. I wanted you to have pain in your stomach the entire time coming home. But see, Jimmy Johnson was a psychological genius. Maybe not genius. He was educated as a psychology major, right? So he knew how to motivate. This team did not play motivated. It was not skill. It was not, in my opinion. Y'all hear me? It was not skill today. It was not X's and O's today. It was. Don't take me so literal. Yes, scheme did hurt. But I'm saying most of it, to me, from my eyes, all the concentration drops, Dak had people open that he missed, that he usually hit in full stride. The tackles was off. Even Zach Martin was off. Like, it was a lot of, and my sense is, just like we always talk about with the coaches, OC, when the group plays bad, look at the coaches. When the individual plays bad, blame that individual. But this whole group was bad. I said in the first half, Quinn, okay, come out the press box, go downstairs, turn over the table with the Gatorade, kick some chairs, and just go right back upstairs and go back to X's and O's, but energize those guys. To me, this was about the energy. It was not Cowboy football. It was not no quit football. They were flat. They wasn't expired. They wasn't hyping each other up like, we gonna come back. Let's come back, y'all. Let's not quit. It was like they was stuck. And that is not, to me, Cowboy football. My boy Big Game James said this, and I love this tweet. I love to just share this tweet. He said, okay, it looks like the blowout is getting ready to be official. I'm more so looking at how they play, even knowing we likely go lose. I said, that's the tweet of the day right there. Mm-hmm. So I know it's kind of corny. Hold on, we got a call real quick. Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matter.
Boss Cowboy, what's up, man? This your OG Dre, man.
Man, what's up, Dre, man?
Man, listen, I'm gonna say this, man, and I'm not saying this because y'all my favorites. Y'all my favorites because y'all know what y'all see in development and practice, scouting, across the board. UNOC, y'all got it. That's why I tune into y'all channel and y'all show the most. That's just not a dig at any of the other guys.
Yeah.
But as far as actually looking at personnel, when you said this right here, bro, when you said put your dukes up in a fighting position,
yeah,
you're going to favor your strongest side.
Yep.
Steele is right-handed. Lyle Collins is left-handed.
Right.
The OC, I agree with everything you said except for this one point. Everybody's saying, oh, yeah, we should be listening to Jerry. When has Jerry Jones ever made sound, quality, great personnel development and scouting decisions by himself over the last 26 years? I give it to Jerry Jones. great business mind. He got that on lock.
Yeah.
But first thing first, listen, when you got Jerry Jones who takes a backup quarterback and make him the offensive coordinator, that was a bad decision. You gave the boy the key. You gave Kellen Moore the key. He done some good things the last 3-4 years. I'll give him that. Dak was not 100%. You should give your head coach, he's called a head coach for a reason. He's won a Super Bowl, won multiple division and conference championships as a head coach. As to why your head coach does not have full autonomy, I don't know. But here's my last point. And I've been listening to some of these guys, man, they're talking about Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons playing lights out. You put that kind of speed and aggression and that raw talent on the edge along with Randy Gregory. Denver wouldn't have got all them plays they got. They wouldn't have got all those plays they got. And I don't know what the problem is up the middle. These guys up the middle getting gashed. That's why our defense, that's our weakest part of our defense. Up the middle. Van Der Esch is out here playing not to get hurt. But the last caller said that Van Der Esch played a little bit better. Well, no, I think it was you who said Van Der Esch played a little bit better.
A little bit.
He did. He did.
Compared to himself. Compared to himself. Not compared to others. Compared to himself. He played better than his last week's self.
Man, I didn't see it. I saw this dude run into block by tight end. Come on now.
Yeah.
You running into the block instead of knocking over the tight end who's out on the block. You're supposed to run through that dude. If you run through that tight end on a block, that blows up that whole offensive play. Van Der Esch is out here playing not to get hurt. Dude is garbage. He is garbage.
Listen.
He's playing not to get hurt.
Dude, I swear, we never talked, Mr. Johnson. Never. I said that exact same thing last week. I said that exact same thing, bro, that he is playing not to get hurt.
Yep. And he's leaving the rest of the defense on the second level. He's leaving them guys out there, man. He's exposing them. He's exposing these guys on the second level.
Yeah.
OC had great points. You had me, man. You had me until the end, until you talked about Jerry Jones. Now, listen. Me, Boss Cowboy, me and you know, we go way back.
Man.
And I always talk about development.
Yeah. Yep.
You can't just take this. This is what Jerry Jones does. You just take a guy like Kellen Moore, make him your offensive coordinator. You give him the keys to your offense and install a totally different offense. That was a good decision. Was it great? No. But you still got Kellen Moore calling plays in mission critical times and points of the game, first, second, third, or fourth quarter, where he just does not have that experience. He does not have that eye. And if you want to make Kellen Moore a great OC, put his ass up there in that box. You put him up there in that box, because that way you can see what defenses are running on plays that you call. You see how they're defending it. You see how they're matching up to a play that you call initially, and you give that 2 or 3 plays to audible into that'll give our offense the advantage. It's going to take Kellen Moore some more years, but this is where McCarthy needs to have control of the offense. He don't have full autonomy as a head coach, which is stupid, which is just Jerry Jones. Again, we ain't never had a coach and that they had the full keys to the house, with the exception of Jimmy Johnson and Bill Parcells.
Right.
And after Jerry made the decision to do it his way, we've had 26 years of Jerry doing it his way. We had a couple of stints here and there, but that's about it. So that's all I wanted to say, man. That's all I wanted to point out.
Hey.
Because whoever made that decision and practices, like AI said, we talking about practice. When it comes to NFL football, practice is it. Prime time says it all the time. You play in a game exactly with the same mentality you do in practice.
Yeah.
Whoever made the decision to put Steele from over where he was dominating, this boy was a beast at the right tackle, and put him at the left tackle, a position he never played high school, college, NFL. You just don't. That was Jerry Jones thinking, I'm going to make this master decision. They're going to love me for this. It backfired. It backfired. And even throughout the game, nobody corrected it. Nobody corrected it.
Yeah, it's. Let me address it because you went off, bro. And before you go, real quick, man, you better be at walk-ons next time, bro. Come on now. And now you gotta bring 5 people with you, bro.
Football game, man.
No, you
I had to go to
good.
my little cousin's football game. They went undefeated.
No,
and
family first.
These boys is balling.
Family first, bro. But now you got to bring 5 people. You got to bring all the homies, everybody you smoke cigars with, all the people that shoot guns with you, everybody. You got to bring about 5 people now, bro. You owe me because I had a VIP seat for you, big homie. All right.
I got you, fam.
Right,
I got you. I got you, man.
Much love, bro. Great call. We gonna address it.
All right, my brother.
All right, my brother. You too. All right. He was trying to make walk-ons the last time. Obviously, family is first on that. What's your thoughts, OC?
Yeah, so Mr. Johnson, great call, man. Let me clarify something that's going to get you 100% on my side. I was never talking about Jerry Jones making the right decisions. I was talking about Jerry Jones reporting what he got and what he understood was going on in the organization thematically from his coaching staff. So that's what I meant when I said, hey, if Jerry Jones is saying this, Jerry Jones is not basically keeping the cat in the bag. Jerry Jones is going to give us all really, really good telltale signs of what they're thinking as an organization and what's going to happen going forward. Not him as in terms of him making decisions. No, that's why he hired Mike McCarthy. And I think right now, if I listen to Jerry Jones, and this is to his credit, I think he's buying into the process that McCarthy has laid out in terms of, hey, we need 80 guys, in terms of, hey, we want to have a certain culture, in terms of all the positives. So that's what I meant, just to clarify that.
Yeah, and I know that's what the OC meant because that's all Jerry's doing. Even to the point when they ask him what's going to happen, he delegates it to the coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like his reporting over the last 4 weeks has been the best Jerry I've ever heard in my life. It's been like a new Jerry. It's like a humble Jerry, because they will say, "Who's gonna start at left tackle?" Jerry will say, "Oh, it's gonna be Steele."
Right.
He hasn't been doing that, has he? Think about it.
Neither Stephen Jones.
Even Stephen Jones, they both have been saying, guess who put it out there that's still playing left tackle? Dak. Cause Jerry didn't say nothing, Stephen didn't say nothing, and they get interviews at least twice a week. And they asked them that directly. So now you absolutely right on personnel. No, Jerry, stay away. Stay away. But in terms of what he's been doing, like in terms of delegating to his coaches, he's been doing, even not saying a word on what's happening. Now, when Dak talked about it, then they talked about it. But they've been walking in pure stealth. We gonna take another call real quick. Cool, OC?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matter.
What's good, boss, man? This LG 254, man. What's good?
Man, what's up, man? You sound clearer than ice water, man. What you calling me from? God dog, you sound
man.
good.
I'm in my semi truck on my headset, blue Parrot 450, man.
Man, I know you got something high tech, man. You sound like yo, woo-wee. trucking life. Talk
It's a
to
blue-
me. Talk
Yeah,
to
the
me.
trucking life. Yes, sir. I'm sitting here just chilling right now, man. I did get a chance to watch the game, but Thanksgiving came a little early for me, man. I had a little bit of that humble pie because you know what? I was looking at these games and I was thinking like a lot of these Cowboys fans was thinking, well, maybe we should rest that, get them at 100%. We beat the Vikings with the back rush with Cooper Rush. Man, these Denver Broncos on paper, they got some players, but they're nowhere near as talented as that Minnesota Vikings team. But this just goes to show you this is the NFL and it's not for long league. One day you could be up the world, you can be 100%, and then the next week get beat by the Jags, get beat bad by the Broncos. So this was a little humble pie for me for looking up like, oh man, Denver, that's a win. Atlanta, that's a win. And I think Dallas was. I'm not gonna say because they do have a workman's attitude, but I think they were starting to hear it. The Michael Parsons Defensive Rookie of the Year, Trayvon Diggs, the Defensive Player of the Year. They shut down Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen, and I really believe that this is one of those games where, if you looked at the faces of them, they looked like, okay, somebody's gonna make a play, and it's just gonna be just like Minnesota. We'll pile on. Somebody's got to make a play. Somebody's got to make a play, but nobody made that play. And Dak was just off this game, man. You could tell he was off his mark.
He was.
There was 2 passes that I believe if he connects, it's a whole totally different ball.
Totally.
That CD,
that
CD pass, that's a touchdown.
2
and
of them.
That sparks your team right there.
Right.
And it just seemed like it snowballed on them, and they were waiting for that one play, and it never came. And I think the block punt might have been one of those plays, but when it got taken away from him, it just seemed like it sucked the wind out of him, man. And
great analysis.
God dog. The another thing I noticed too is that this move with Terrence Steele to the left tackle, I get it and I understand it.
Hey, real quick, before you say something, just real quick, before you say something about that, I just want to address this comment. My boy Tennessee Cowboy said, can we talk about something else but Steele and Collins? Tennessee, listen, that's the biggest problem, bro. I'm sorry. That's going to keep coming up. I'm just letting you know. It's not going anywhere until that offensive line is playing better as a unit. And that's not the case. But go ahead.
Absolutely. I seen a comment in the chat box, and I feel like I totally agree with it, is that I understood the move, but this could not only backfire on you from a standpoint that you got to shuffle the line around, but now you might get into the head of Terrence Steele. What is his mental like after having a bad game like that? Do you keep him back at left tackle and let him build on it, or do you put him back at right tackle and now his ego is a little bit shaken? Is that now we're gonna see what kind of mental Terrence Steele has, and we seen it last year where he battled back.
But now,
God dog. Now I just feel like now you got to look. They got tape on him. We watched all the good tape. We watched all the good film. Now you're gonna see. Okay, well, you know what? He struggles setting on his pass sets when you rush him hard outside or give him the inside move. And what it looked like to me was, he just looked like he was thinking. He was thinking. He when they showed up, I haven't watched the film, but when they showed a replay, it looked like when he stepped in to check to the inside, he was late getting back to that outside, and it just is. He doesn't have the power like Tyron. Where Tyron, once he gets his hands on you, it's a wrap. You know what I mean?
Get over here.
Yeah, it's just once he gets his hands on you, it's a wrap. I personally think that Dallas is okay, and this is the type of game you want now to get out the way, so you can say, okay, here, take some of this humble pie. Yeah, now you have to do the little things in practice. Now you can't just say, okay, well, CeeDee Lamb, he sprained his ankle, he's limited. We're not going to run him in team, or we're not going to run him in we're going to limit his reps. No, he needs reps. Amari needs reps, and if he's not healthy, sit him down until he's healthy and get Dak on a rapport with all his receivers. Just look like they were a tick late on every single play. It just seems like they were a tad bit off, and I really believe some of that is from that limited, practice. Practice makes perfect, man, and I really believe that that's something that they're going to have to build back up. And I love Cedric Wilson, but you got to work Michael Gallup back in, man. Now is the time to put all your pieces in place, And if Gallimore is ready, get him in. If D-Law is ready, get him in. You need to work these players in. No, you need to work these players in, because I really feel like Dallas feels like, okay, we can just throw them out there and they're going to perform. No, you see that with Lyle. You threw him out there and he did well, but he had his struggles because he needed those reps, those game reps. It seemed like the same thing. He was just a tad bit slow. And I really feel like Dallas, now is not the time to be conservative. You have to play to win these games, man. You have to play. This is the NFL, not for long. As the Bills found out, the Raiders found out, the Saints found out. Any team can beat you on any given week. This ain't college football where your third string is better than the opponent's first string. No, this is the NFL. These guys get paid to play. So when we doing all this talk, the Dallas #1 ranked offense, the Dallas defense causes turnovers, that Trayvon Diggs is on this record page. No, you play to win all of these games because they're going to count in the end. And I just pray and hope to God this is a little bit of that humble pie that I'm eating. I hope these players take it the same way.
It's what it
all
is,
right, boss,
bro. Man, hold on. Give me your name again, bro.
LG 254, man.
LG 254. Boy, you killed this call, man. We gonna recruit you, man, to host with us one day, bro. God dog, man. Jesus Christ.
10-4. Hey, man, y'all
man,
be easy.
don't
God
end up on
bless
somebody
you.
else's
Y'all
channel,
man
bro.
faith, man.
Don't end up on somebody else's channel talking all this good talk, bro. You belong to Boss Cowboy Sport. Now I'm messing with you. No, great call. Fantastic. Fantastic call, man.
I love y'all, man. Y'all doing a wonderful job. It's good to see not just black brothers, but brothers uplifting the community, not only uplifting the community, but upstanding men, not just YouTubers. I don't look at you as guys as content creators. I look at you as men, because you're positive, you're doing something good, and I know you guys, y'all heads are in the right place. So we need more men like that in this world, the world that we living in, man. I love y'all, man. God bless y'all. Y'all be easy,
man. Great call. You too. Your voice matter, LG.
Yes, sir.
Peace. All right, man. Hey, let's listen. All right, so unless the OC sleeping, we coming back in a couple hours. Y'all get back and watch some games, chill out, eat some food, and we go actually do our first reaction video. All right, we've never done a reaction video. This gonna be our first reaction video where we reacting to what was said about us, because people been saying we're biased, like to the public. Like, God dog, bro. You don't even speak in code, bro. You call a boy out by his name. It's like, yeah, well, and listen real quick, and don't say I got you. When that type of stuff, we gotta respond. We got to. And we have to respond, because you gotta understand, some of these people got thousands of followers. And when you say stuff like bias, going for the underdog, painting a picture, those are all coded words that make us seem as if we're not sincere about the content. I have no problems at all with anybody disagreeing. It's just the extra adjectives that we gotta address, and we gotta look at the facts of what was said about us versus what we presented. Let me give you one good example. The OC said, just like one of the people said in the chat, somebody said in the chat, if still balls at left tackle, it will create a conversation about moving on from T. Smith in the future. He said that on the final word. Big old if, a conditional statement. My boy Law posted a video and said it's too early for this conversation. Right?
Now you gotta let me jump in. I'm sorry.
No. I'm just giving the background of what.
Just real quick. So, guys, just real quick, 2 sentences, I promise. I got plenty left, boss, so don't worry about this. I
All
got
right.
plenty left. So, it's not too early to talk about that because, as we've seen the last 4 years, T. Smith has a injury history,
Yeah.
and he's not old in age, but in football years, he's beginning to age up. I was in favor, and so was Boss Cowboy. If Penei Sewell fell, that we would take a tackle, right, at number 11.
Right.
Because we knew we needed to create more quality depth from the tackle position. I was in favor, to be honest with you, in the second round, we drafted Joseph. I wanted us to draft
Jenkins.
Mayfield out of Michigan.
I wanted Jenkins.
I wanted Mayfield out of Michigan. I wanted the tackle out of the big, long tackle out of Michigan. So, guys, good organizations and good teams, and this is why you need to follow Boss Cowboy Sports. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this content, okay? But I'm saying, guys, listen, the best organizations, and I'll talk more about this on the next video probably, plan ahead. And so it's not early, we're actually late. Because if we got to move, think about this. If we got to move a guy that's playing at almost an elite level right tackle in Terrence Steele, if we're forced to have to move him from right tackle to left, and we don't have any other option, that's a depth issue at your tackle position. Anyway.
Right. Yeah. And see, this is the thing. I know Law loves T. Smith. He loves him. And so this happens sometimes. When you got a guy that you're passionate about, what's been happening to the OC and I a lot is a lot of people been putting words in our mouth that we defending what we never said. It is consistent. We got to defend what we never said. Right. So it's one of those things to where when people listen to us, like I hear a lot of people say, I feel like you're saying, or it sound like you're saying. Listen, let me tell you something. When you're dealing with the OC and Boss Cowboy, we saying specifically what we are saying, down to the if. So if we say if, don't take off the if and make us like we made a declarative statement. Like it was as if the OC said Steele is better than T. Smith. So I had people attacking me on Twitter saying, Boss and the OC, don't you ever say Steele is on a level. I was like, see, there you go. Man, God dog. And that's where my podcast brothers got to be better. Like not calling them out like they doing it intentionally or whatever. But when you say stuff that we not saying, people believe that our brand is on some BS, and it's not. It's like those who follow us know that we do our best to be thorough. Nobody's perfect, but it's a lot of words that get put in our mouth. So we go address some of it today because we got to defend the reputation and what we work so hard for. We have not said consistently at the end of every show that our main goal is to be loyal, never devoted, to be biased. So for boys with big names, with big followings, to say words like bias, it's like, bro, no. We gotta temper that down. Like, it's not gonna be any demeaning of my character or the OC's character just because we don't agree. So we go do this like men. We go do this like with intelligence. We go back and forth, and we go get the solutions through debate, because debates make everybody better. It does, because it makes me more thorough. Because we'll get into it now. OC, if you don't feel like it, we'll just throw this whole thing in the trash, bro. I'll throw this whole thing in the trash and just move on. Like, we ain't got to deal with that.
I'm ready. Look, I'm ready to do it right now. Give me a 10-minute break. We can get on.
10 minutes? Give me about 30 minutes, bro. I need about 30 minutes. I gotta drink, bro. I gotta sip on something.
Take 30 and let's come back and knock this out.
Give me an hour. Just give me an hour.
Now you asking for a lot.
All right, so, man, give me an hour, bro. I need an hour. I do need to chill, but you know I've been grinding.
All right, we gotta be off at 6:30. So if we get on at 6, then we'll be done by 6:30.
I'll go for 30 minutes. Bro.
Because we can address the children. I mean, other people in about 30 minutes. So we can do that.
it's gonna be a reaction show, so I don't know if it's gonna be 30 minutes because we gotta listen to what they say and then address what they said about us.
Oh,
it might take longer than 30 minutes.
30 to 40 minutes, bro. I think we can do it. Cause
you so hopeful. You're so hopeful.
I am, man, because I gotta work tonight, so that's what I'm saying. So yeah,
I got you.
We gotta have some type of schedule.
But hey, man, everybody, thank y'all for the super chats. Y'all definitely come back for the next show that we getting ready to do. It's gonna be a reaction video on things that was said about us. And you know, and let's be honest, some of it's true. And we go say, if it's true, we go say, yeah, that's true. But if it's not true and it's not built in evidence, we go show that as well, right? To where you can see what we really said, what we're really saying, not what people are putting in our mouth, you know? And somebody said it best, my boy Special K. I think this is well said. He said, I see there's a lot of politics in this YouTube community. It actually is. It is. And also that's because we all growing to know each other. You know what I mean? So when, like, I know the OC, right? I've been knowing him for over 20 years. And because I know him, there are certain things I would never even think is his motive, right? In a disagreement. Like I would never even, because I know him. But if I didn't know him, I might suspect motives that's not even true, you know? So what's happening is a lot of us are getting to know each other and we knowing each other character and stuff. And also very passionate about our disagreements, like passionate about it. But we go be straight up, like, cause when you say our name and put stuff like negative adjectives, we gotta address it, and we will. We gonna be right back. Keep your notifications on. It's gonna be a good show too. It's gonna be funny. Trust me, bro. Bro. Trust me, it's gonna be real funny, bro. Cause I'm gonna tell the truth, bro. Listen, I ain't scared of nobody, bro. Nobody ever. I'm gonna say exactly what I see as I see it, real G style. Trust me. Cause see, it's something else when you say our name. Now, if you talking and throwing rocks and hiding your hand, okay, I'll ignore that. But when you say, boom, I'm taking a shot right at you. Okay, no, okay, we go show who can shoot now. We gonna see who can shoot. So
we finna see what it is, Boss Cowboy. Let's get on that.
See. So y'all make sure y'all keep the notifications on. We gonna be right back. 30 minutes to an hour. So peace out, man. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy Sports.